Right, Peter, how you doing?
John Davidson has a neurological condition known as Tourette's syndrome.
The right-hand side. Fuck off!
It's not known what triggers Tourette's, but in its most severe form, it causes violent body movements and outbursts of obscene language.
Fuck off! Hey! Oh, God.
In 1988, at the age of 16, John featured in a documentary at a time when Tourette's was a little-known condition.
Fuck off. Just keep thinking why it has to be me and not folk that are criminals or deserve it.
In 2002, aged 30, we caught up with John and his continual struggle with Tourette's. There's still no cure, but 7 years on, has our increased understanding and acceptance of Tourette's made life any easier for John?
If you ask anybody the question, what's the funniest illness or the funniest condition you've ever come across, most people will say Tourette's, because it's bizarre, because it's like a wild madness.
Known as tics, John's involuntary movements and sounds are often brought on by everyday situations most of us wouldn't think twice about. Even a shopping trip with his mate Tommy Trotter can put John under pressure.
Hey! Come in, it's open.
To have a tic come into my head, I'm trying my best to hold it in.
Shagging! Fuck off!
Suck my lip. I get this churning feeling inside, I get this pressure in my chest, I get hot and cold sweats, and until I actually release that tic, those feelings don't subside.
Jinky! Oh, Jenny! Sorry. All right.
The next time you feel you're going to sneeze...
Shit! No.
Try your best not to sneeze. Eventually you have to sneeze. And that's similar to what it's like. You know that it's coming, you're trying to stop it, but you can't.
Sorry. Sorry. Hello, dear. How are you doing?
It makes you feel really, really embarrassed sometimes.
Fuck!
Oh. It can make you feel ashamed. Sometimes you feel guilt for no reason.
Yeah, that's brilliant. OK, thank you now. Bye, Harriet.
I can be lying in here watching TV and suddenly think, I've done something wrong. What is it? What is it? And I don't know.
Also featured with John 7 years ago was 8-year-old Greg Story. Greg's Tourette's first appeared in the summer of 2000.
It felt like my head was bulging with pain and the pain was starting from my little head and going to the edges of the room. And it really hurt.
Yes, there was definitely something in the air.
7 years now. Yes, I'm 15, so let's see. Because I was 8 when I last did it. It's a very long time ago. I remember a lot of people, after they'd seen it, talking to me about it. Saying, oh, it was really good, or it showed her how my tics were like, and things like that.
"7 years ago, Greg left his private school because his parents couldn't afford to pay for the extra assistance he required in class.
Woodley was excellent. The reason I left there was because... was because we couldn't get my special needs.
After 3 years of applications, Greg's local education authority finally agreed to fund a teaching assistant for him at his state school. He's now studying for his GCSEs at Rydale School in North Yorkshire.
It's the end of unit test. Next lesson, so you can make a note of that in your planners, distance time graphs, velocity time graphs.
Oh my God! My tic, I always see it as being not someone else, but another part of me which I can control, which I don't want anything to. So I just talk about it instead of about. In a sense, a bit like Gollum. He always says we, like him and his conscience with the ring. But I'm a bit like me and the tick. I don't want to. I don't like it, so I don't, in a sense, affiliate with it.
So we all hold the card up at the same time. So, first one. When two objects interact, only one of them experiences a force. Think about it for a few seconds. Don't show other people what you're going to do. Right, let's have your cards held up quickly, please. Right.
Ready, steady, cook.
Good, Matthew. It is false. Can you tell us why?
Cook. Ready, steady, cook.
Right, next one.
I've got used to it. Most people in my classes have got used to it. Maybe laugh at some of the things it says sometimes, but everybody ignores it, as if it was like the wind or something like that. Something insignificant.
Right, hold your cards up quickly, please. Hold
Chicken!
It up. Hold it up. Come on, who's not making a decision?
You're wrong.
Right, again. It is true.
A girl at school say to me, the good thing is you're normal underneath. It's not just a Tourette's, you're able to do like all my artwork and my drumming and my running, and it doesn't get in the way. And I thought that was, that was the nicest thing, one of the nicest things I've ever had said to me, because she just basically accepted me for what I was.
Okay, right.
Fucking idiot. Prick. Shit. Oh, you cunt.
School wasn't easy for John, and at 15, the age Greg is now, he left without qualifications. He went on to study horticulture on a youth training scheme in Galashiels.
Yes. Fuck's it. Cunt.
We don't know who that one is.
When we last caught up with John, he was working as a caretaker in the local community centre. 7 years on, he remains in his hometown and holds down the same job.
To work, Tilly Lily. You ready? Come on then, let's go.
Work is a 10-minute walk away from his home.
Hey! Fuck off! Shut it!
Even going from here to my work some mornings is a huge achievement because mentally in my head I'm envisaging what's going to happen.
Come on, Till. Roddy!
I'm envisaging people are going to stare. I'm envisaging people are going to hear me shout a specific thing and think, what a weirdo, what a strange guy.
Dad!
Now, what I don't like about having to cross the main road is that if I have to stand at the side of the road, because the traffic's busy, I then think, I'm going to stand here, I'm going to start jumping up and down, I'm going to start giving people the fingers.
Hey!
I'm ticking, I'm jumping, kicking my leg. And the whole time that I'm doing that, my brain is telling me somebody's staring at you, somebody's watching you, somebody's drove past and laughed. I don't like that feeling, I don't like that thought.
This is the kind of next bit that I dislike, is because I have like an urge to tell Tilly to cross the road when there's actual cars coming as well, but luckily she's well trained and that she's not going to, run across the road, but I get all these really unwanted thoughts in my head that she's going to run, there's a car going to knock her over and stuff, so I have to be really careful and really kind of concentrate at this bit. Hey, wait here. Wait here. Wait. Come. Go on then. Tilly, no. Stay. Stay. Go on then. Wait. Wait. Come on then. Beast! Come on then, good girl. Here. This way. Go on then, up the